boy.
Okay, perfect. And that's natural red face I don't need the copyright. Check back in.
Should start with a Star Spangled Banner, and the vocalist is supposed to be self-cued. Oh, sorry. No. Banner? No. Comes in. Vocalist present. Well, we'll adapt. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Nick Swain. I'm the president of North Idaho College. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 North Idaho College commencement ceremonies. Please rise for presentations of the colors by the Idaho State Patrol and the Post Falls Police Department, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Everyone, please be seated. Ms. Cece Curtis Cook of the Coeur d'Alene Tribe will now provide a blessing for today's ceremony.
Liam Lemch, thank you. I'll invite each one of us to go down into our hearts, deep down into our hearts. Whatever our beliefs or our culture or our preferences may be, we go into our hearts because that's where we meet our higher power or our creator or our God or that guiding force within us. In my language, with the Stichuamsh Coeur d'Alene people, we call this power Kolansuten. So whatever our beliefs may be, we express gratitude for this day. Gratitude for all those who are gathered here, for all of the students that are graduating today, all the joy that they have, the sacrifices, the hard work, the effort, and the persistence in making it to this day. We express deep gratitude for our families, for their love, for their sacrifices, and for their support on our journey. We express great appreciation and gratitude for all of the teachers and all of the staff here, everything that they've had to go through throughout each and every year to guide, to support us Cardinals, and to shape us into leaders. For all of our ancestors, for our loved ones who cannot be here in body, but maybe are here in spirit, for paving our way and inspiring us to keep moving forward. I especially want to remember my ancestors, the Stichuamsh people, the Coeur d'Alene tribe, who lived and worked and gathered here along the banks of the river, the lakeshore, and in the forests. We express gratitude for this beautiful land that we walk upon, the lakes and the rivers that we enjoy today. And finally, we express great gratitude to North Idaho College for their presence in our community and their dedication to shaping future leaders in our world. And I'll end with this blessing for each and every one. Yana hiyoino, yana hiyoino, yana hiyoino, yana heine. Yana hiyoino, yana hiyoino, yana hiyoino, yana heine. May you be blessed, may you have peace, may you have joy, yana heine. May you be blessed, have lots of success and lots of joy. Yana heine, yana hiyoino, yana hiyoino, yana hiyoino, yana heine yoa.
Thank you, Cece, for blessing our gathering on this special day. The spirit of your words is very appropriate, reminder of the Coeur d'Alene tribe's history on this site, which was the tribe's summer gathering place. We strive to respect your traditions and your culture, and we appreciate you joining us today. What an honor it is for me to be with you on this very special commencement day that marks the conclusion of North Idaho College's 90th academic year. Today, we're honoring the accomplishments of 848 students. We've had 188 graduates who finished degrees or certificate programs this past December, 585 candidates who just wrapped up final exams, and another 75 who will graduate during the summer session. About 350 students are participating in our commencement proceedings today, split between morning and afternoon ceremonies. So congratulations to North Idaho class of 2024, and thank you. Thank you for your commitment to education, to yourselves, and to this wonderful place, this gathering place we call North Idaho College. So once again, will everyone join me in a round of applause for the graduating class of 2024. And next, I'd like to recognize our delegation of special guests who have joined us to celebrate today. As I introduce each of you, please stand and remain standing for the audience, and please hold your applause until I've introduced everyone. So first, the chair of North Idaho College's Board of Trustees, Mike Wagner. Next are members of the board, Trustee Todd Banducci, Trustee Greg McKenzie, Trustee Brad Corkill, and Trustee Terry Zimmerman. Please stand, thank you. And Idaho Superintendent of Public Instruction, representing the Idaho State Board of Education, Ms. Debbie Critchfield. President of North Idaho College Alumni Association, and our keynote speaker and a graduate, Mr. Dennis Gratt. Ms. Cece Clark of the Coeur d'Alene Tribe, who is both our vocalist for the national anthem and gave our today's blessing. She had to depart early. Her child has some medical issues, so she had to leave early. But also recognize President of North Idaho College Foundation, Betty Becker. Our Association of Students of North Idaho College, Mr. Michael Haberman. Mr. Joseph Moran, the President-elect for the Associated Students of North Idaho College. So please join me in a round of applause for recognition of these individuals. Please be seated. Please be seated. Next, let me introduce and recognize participating members of the NIC leadership team. Again, as I introduce you, please stand and remain standing. In the audience, please hold your applause. Dr. Lloyd Duman, the interim provost. Sherry Simpkins, Dean of Instruction for Transfer and General Education. Ms. Vicki Isaacson, the Dean of Instruction for Workforce Education. Ms. Erlene Pickett, the Associate Dean of Nursing and Health Professions. Mr. Tom Green, the Interim Chief Communications and Government Relations Officer. Mr. Colby Matilla, the Executive Director for Workforce and Economic Development. Please join me in a round of applause, please. Thank you. Please be seated. So we are pleased to be joined today by the Idaho Superintendent of Public Instruction, Ms. Debbie Critchfield from the State Board of Education, who has a few remarks. So Superintendent, would you join me at the lectern?
Thank you, President Swain. It's an honor for me to be here today and share a few thoughts and comments with you. Over my 20 years of participating in education, whether it was a volunteer school board member in my county or appointed on the State Board of Education or in an elected position, I think I've had the opportunity to attend hundreds of graduations. And yet I come to another one and you can just feel graduation. It truly is a feeling, and it's been really exciting and fun for me to come and participate with you in your traditions and see how NIC handles graduation. So I'm pleased to be here. In thinking about things to talk to the graduates about, which you won't remember any of this, and that's okay, I don't expect that. And nothing signals a great speaker better than having them be brief. And so I will share just a few comments with you by way of a story. So as we know, we live in a wonderful technological age where we're able to, wherever we are, if we don't know where we are, we can quickly, either by way of our car or our phone, navigate to the place that we need to be. A couple of years ago, my husband and I were visiting some family, and we were on our way somewhere, and we decided to go to a different location. And my brother happened to be with us in the car. And because he and I were the most familiar with the area, we kind of back and forth said, no, we want to go this way, no, we want to go that way. And my husband said, well, let's see what the phone has to say. Well, the phone gave a third route to get to this place. And so we decided that we'd make a little bit of a game of it. And so we kept the phone on and had to tolerate the annoying rerouting as we didn't follow those instructions. But in the end, we made it to our destination. And I've thought a lot about that. We laughed about that. We had people that knew what they were doing and where they were going in the car. And we also had, by way of technology, a computer that could ping off of satellites millions of miles above our head and also help us know where to go. At times in our lives, it will feel like there is a voice telling us rerouting, rerouting. And perhaps many of you have felt like you've been rerouted over the last 2 years, whether it's changing the course of study, starting when you did, graduating when you did, putting in the kind of effort that you wanted to put in, that we're in a constant process of rerouting. Isn't that wonderful that we can do that we have opportunities around us and we have people that can counsel and advise us and give us information. And as we get more information and put a few more years under our belts, then we understand more about the goals and dreams that we have for ourselves and what those priorities should be. So I would encourage you that as life will bring rerouting opportunities to you, that you don't see them as setbacks, but you see them as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to find success in places that you may not have looked before. So with that, and on behalf of the State Board of Education and myself, I congratulate you for this achievement. I hope it's not your last one. Set further goals. Keep dreaming, keep working hard. Those are recipes for success. Thanks for allowing me to share this day with you, and I wish you the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Superintendent Critchfield. Next, I would like to reintroduce the president of the Associated Students of North Idaho College, Mr. Michael Haberman, and ask him to join me at the lectern.
Welcome, class of 2024. Can I get a round of applause for these graduates? Not the graduates, just the audience. First and foremost, I'd like to say glory to God in all of my achievements. Glory to Him. Without accepting Jesus Christ as my Savior, I would not be the person I am today. Next, I would like to thank my mother and father. I was homeschooled K through 12, and I would not change the time I spent with my mother for anything in the world. They both highlighted how proud they were of me and all of my achievements, giving me a reason to push further. To anyone who has thought I did a good job as president, I am a direct result of their parenting. Lastly, I would like to thank the faculty and staff for their amazing dedication to the students at this college. I would like to ask anyone here who has had a teacher that they have really enjoyed learning from, please walk up to them after graduation, give them one last thank you before you move on to your future endeavors. As I was thinking all year about what I was going to say at this moment, there were 4 things that kept coming to mind. Those were courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control. A thought popped up from my philosophy class that these 4 things were the cardinal virtues that Plato explained in the Republic. So I will speak about these 4 virtues, and I find it fitting that they're called the cardinal virtues. Cardinal didn't originally mean the awesome red bird that we have as our mascot. It meant a word close to hinge, or door pivots. And those would be the next thing to open as you would embark on your journey. They would be the first things to move. So as you grab your degree, think that you are a cardinal and you're moving into the next steps of life. Courage. By definition, it's the ability to overcome something despite fear. I find this virtue very fitting for our class. You guys either came here under COVID or when the college's accreditation was in jeopardy. You all look past that, though. You all came forward, looking towards the future, and I would like all the non-traditional students here to please raise their hand. And now I would like all of the students, first-generation college students, to please raise their hand. And then if you came to college while raising children, please raise your hand. That's awesome. I ask all graduates to have courage, whether that be asking for a raise in your future businesses, standing up for a friend, or standing up for yourself. Move with courage in all your endeavors. Temperance. The philosopher C.S. Lewis described temperance as going the right length and no further. That extends to all of you. I am sure most of you showed temperance by deciding to study instead of going to parties, showing up to class instead of sleeping in, and showing grit when faced with the adversity of a bad grade. You all made it here today, making it through and graduating with your degree. I would like anyone here who has made the dean's list in any of the semesters to please raise their hand. Whether you are going on to university or going straight into the workforce, I ask that you all continue to exercise this virtue. Wisdom, it is far different than knowledge. Rather, it is the application of that knowledge that you came to this campus to learn. So apply that knowledge. One of my favorite things from the Bible, Jesus said, "Look, I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore, be as shrewd as serpents and innocent as doves." I'm sure many of you thought it was wise to have people raise their hand during commencement. And I would like to say I thought the same thing when Damien did it last year. Therefore, I ask graduates that you move forward in this world with the knowledge that you have acquired and discern what is right from what is wrong. Justice is the fourth virtue that ties all these together. You must have the courage to stand for what is just, the temperance to be patient with those whom you dislike, the wisdom to discern misconceptions from ill intent. Epicurus once said, "You can't control life events, but you can control how you react to them." That is the last thing that stuck with me before writing this speech. My parents had always instilled in me that we must treat others with kindness, respect, and humility. So in all fairness and respect, if you haven't raised your hand yet and you really want to, please raise your hand. Can we get a round of applause for these guys? So as you all celebrate this wonderful achievement of getting your degree, I would like to appreciate your hard work. We made it, guys. With hard work, dedication, long nights, and plenty of runs to the Caffeinated Cardinal where Shing got to hear all about it. Because we don't quit when things get hard. Before we look at the recap of this year through a slideshow, I would like to say, here's to North Idaho College. Here's to the late night over-caffeinated study sessions and the people we studied with. Here's to the events like the Cardinal Cruise where we all came together as a student body. Here's to the exams we cried over for joy and despair, and here's to the friendships and experiences we've made. Here's to the class of 2024. I believe there should be a slideshow.
Michael, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your dedication and service to the college and to your fellow students. Throughout the year, we've enjoyed your reports and projects and activities that you and the ASNC senators have advanced for students at the NIC, for NIC and the community. I appreciate your participation in institutions, participatory governance, and your commitment to the student body that you were elected to represent. So I wish you every success in the future, and I know he's going on to U of I's computer science program right here in the Headland building, so he'll be around. So thank you for your words and your inspiration today, and I'd also just say thank you again for all of the ASNC participants. They've done a great job this year, and so thank you all very much. It's now my pleasure to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Mr. Dennis Grant. As you heard me mention earlier, Mr. Grant is not only our speaker today, but also serves as the president of NIC Alumni Association, and he's going to join you in the procession because he's also a graduate. So he was born and raised in North Idaho. Mr. Grant attended North Idaho College and served as president of the Associated Students of NIC when he was here as a student. He went on to earn a degree from the University of Idaho, and today he works for the City of Coeur d'Alene as an engineer project manager. Mr. Grant served as the NIC Associated Students Board of Directors since 2008 and is a musician who plays with the NIC Wind Symphony. And this year, as I said, he's going to return again as a student. And today he will graduate alongside his daughter from North Idaho College. So please join me in welcoming this year's commencement speaker, Mr. Dennis Grant.
Thank you, President Swain. Wow, this thing really whips around. Good morning and congratulations, North Idaho College graduating class of 2024. Today is your very special moment and an exciting day for all of us, including myself. You are here today with President Swain, ASNC President Haberman, your family, friends, faculty, staff, Board of Trustees, special guests, and those that are watching from around the world online to celebrate this accomplishment. I think the video camera's right up there. We are very proud of you. My name is Dennis Grant. I am truly honored and thrilled to be here today to speak with all of you. It is my hope that you will be able to take with you a few words of wisdom, which I will get to in a moment. First, I want to thank Steve Stubbs with the Commencement Committee and the Associated Students of North Idaho College for this unbelievable opportunity. As a volunteer, I consider it a great privilege to be the president of North Idaho College Alumni Association. The NIC Alumni Association unites thousands of alumni who have chosen to express their active support for North Idaho College and stay connected with NIC. It was also NIC's 90th anniversary this year, and there was a great community celebration. We hope you will remember your journey and how you were encouraged by your instructors while you were attending school here at NIC. We encourage you to be ambassadors of the college and share with others how valuable NIC is to our community. Today, I will also have the great pleasure of personally congratulating each and every one of you by handing out your official alumni pin. Speaking of being an alumni and staying connected, I was thinking back to when I was first connected to NIC. I remember going to all the basketball games with my parents back in the 1970s. They would always bring one of those brown paper grocery bags full of homemade popcorn with lots of salt and melted butter. I don't think we had a snack bar back then, but it was good stuff, good stuff. Then I got to thinking, the Sherman building next to the soccer field, yeah, over there, is where I went to first grade when it was Sherman Elementary School. Yeah, I feel that pain. My old classroom is now where President Swain's office is. That's where I went to first grade. This was way back in 1972. Boy, am I old or what? Oh, man. I figure that I've been connected to NIC in one way or the other for the past 52 years. Oh, thanks. So please stay connected with NIC. We love our alumni, and we need you. Earlier, I stated it was an exciting day for all of us. This is because I will also be part of the NIC graduating class of 2024, as President Swain mentioned. When I intended to get my bachelor's degree in mathematics, I didn't get my associate's degree. I have since changed my mind on this. I always encourage all students, including my 3 kids, to receive their 2-year degree, and that's an awesome thing. So congratulations to all of you. NIC offers a reverse transfer program where you can pick up your associate's degree later on, and that's what I'm doing this year, is picking that up. So I think it's an awesome thing. I was also excited to speak to you all today because my daughter Ashley is graduating this year as well. I thought, how cool would it be to graduate NIC with my daughter? So I want you all to know how proud we are of you graduates that are here today soaking up this special moment. For many of you, the path to this commencement has not been an easy one. You may have been a first-time student in your family, and choosing to go to college in and of itself can be a daunting task. There are forms to be filled out, meetings with advisors, placement tests to be taken, schedules to work through, and a whole new world ahead. Many of you faced other challenges along the way. You have gone to school on top of having a job and taking care of a family. There were times when I'm sure you wanted to give up and it wasn't so easy. You might have even pulled some all-nighters. I definitely did a lot of those. I think they call them cram sessions. Yeah. You persevered and it paid off. Let's show our graduates one more time how proud we are of them. Also, graduates, as you celebrate your achievements, be sure to give your families and friends a big thank you for all the times they have been there to support you. Now let's get back to those words of wisdom I mentioned earlier. These 4 pieces of advice have helped me, and I know they will help you too. The first piece of advice is to pursue something that you are passionate about. Pursue something that you are passionate about. You should enjoy going to work. If you are going to be spending 8 or 9 hours a day, or maybe more, doing whatever you do to pay your bills, you better like it. So I get it. You might need to get some jobs to pay the rent, but eventually you should be doing something that you love and that you are passionate about. Life is precious and too short to do something that you don't love. Make sure that it is something that you are fired up about. It's not just about the paycheck. Do something that inspires you. I love what I do and I am passionate about it. I have been working for the City of Coeur d'Alene for 25 years and for the past 12 years a project manager. I love it. I get to work with people in our community on a daily basis, solving problems, managing projects, supporting community leaders, and a whole lot more. I feel like I am making a difference, and that's important. So, find something that you are passionate about and get after it. The next thing is to seek out mentors. It sounds simple, but it's important. Find somebody that you trust, somebody that's going to give you honest feedback. Latch onto it and take it. Go find somebody you respect and ask them to be your mentor. A mentor can be a friend, a family member, an alumnus of your school, a coworker or peer, a current or even a former boss. Also, you should become a mentor. Once you get some experience, start helping your younger generation out, your colleagues out, give back, and be a mentor. Believe me, it's very rewarding. The next piece of advice is to balance work and life. After college, I was focused on 2 things: my career and my family. These are very important things, but you need to find something outside of work to do, such as like a hobby. Living here in North Idaho, there are plenty of outdoor activities to enjoy. I get to go fishing on Lake Pend Oreille and try to catch one of those huge camlopes. Still working on that. I can go fishing on Lake Coeur d'Alene for Chinook, and even yearly trips to the West Coast for the salmon run with my friends. There is plenty of hiking out there to enjoy the mountain views and wildlife while taking in a breath of fresh air. Good old North Idaho. Find something outside of work that connects the balance between work and life. Whatever that is for you, grab onto it and do it. The last piece of advice that I want to talk to you about is another simple thing. It's cherish your friendships. Your friends, other than your family, are the most important people that you will ever have in your life. It sounds like something trivial, but it's easy to forget and it's easy to lose contact. I'm sure you guys have made close friends here at NIC. Don't lose that. Stay in contact. When you're my age, you're going to be happy you did. Throughout your career, who knows what networking will come out of some of these friendships. Friendships are important. As I close, make sure you remember these 4 things. Do something that you're passionate about. Find a mentor and be one someday. Find a good work and life balance. And lastly, cherish your friendships. Thank you for allowing me this honor of talking with all of you today. It is a great time in your lives. You have all worked very hard. Again, thank you everyone for having me, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate your remarks, and I'm sure the graduates will think on those 4 words of wisdom, or 4 points of wisdom. Earlier today, we had an employee celebration breakfast and recognized outstanding faculty and staff for their dedication and service to North Idaho College and to our students. It's now my pleasure to turn the microphone over to Dr. Sherry Simpkins, the Dean of Instruction for Transfer Programs and General Education, and Ms. Vicki Isaacson, the Dean of Instruction for Workforce Education, who will announce these employee award winners.
Thank you, President Swain. Each year, the North Idaho College Foundation provides funding for Employee Achievement Awards. Recipients in both faculty and staff roles are recognized for outstanding service to students in the college. It is my honor to announce the Faculty Achievement Award recipients for the 2023-24 academic year. The Adjunct Faculty Achievement Award goes to Shauna Broder, Communication and Fine Arts, and Nicholas Pelletier, Nursing. The Full-Time Faculty Achievement Awards go to Kirsten Blanchette, Natural Science, Don Kinsey, Communication and Fine Arts, Josanne Lean, English and Humanities, and Matthew Nolan, Health Professions.
The recipients of the next awards were selected by their peers in staff assembly. It's my honor to announce the Staff Achievement Award recipients for the 2023-24 academic year. The Part-Time Staff Excellence Award goes to Jody Throckmorton, Administrative Assistant for Advising Services. The Staff Rising Star Award goes to Amy Hallen, Senior Administrative Assistant for Nursing. And the Full-Time Staff Excellent Award goes to Tammy Iverson, Senior Administrative Assistant for Natural Sciences Division.
Thank you, Dean Simpkins and Dean Isaacson. I think based on the applause, many of you graduates have interacted with these faculty and staff throughout your years and understand why they were recognized. And so, again, a round of applause for the faculty and staff. I would like to invite now Dr. Lloyd Duman, our interim provost, to join me at the lectern. Dr. Duman.
Thank you, President Swain. Okay, it's time. Are you ready? Graduates, please rise. Please rise. As the Chief Academic Officer of North Idaho College, I have the honor of representing the faculty and the entire instructional team of the college in presenting these graduates for conferral of the respective degrees or certificates, and to recommend all who have fulfilled the requirements for graduation from North Idaho College be awarded their degree or certificate. President Swain, I present the graduating class of 2024 for conferral of the appropriate North Idaho degree or certificate.
Thank you, Dr. Duman. At this time, we will proceed with the presentation of graduates. I will ask the board chair to join me, and I ask the deans to announce the graduates. I also invite Dennis Grant to distribute a special gift for the alumni. And graduates, please be seated.
Sabrina McCree McLean. Jordan Matthew Farley. Lauren Frances Roberts. Jessica Marie Malloy. Casey Mariah Chavez. Terry Joe White. Angel Dwyer. Lisa Marie Clarique. Carrie A. Opland. What's its name? Glory. Christy Lynn Kelly and Glory. Dasha Boyer. Madison Rose Garman. Amanda Jasmine Tatano. Mackenzie Ryan McDermott. Elizabeth Waltz. Samuel Ray Meyer. Trinity Hope Pratt. Brianne Renee Peters. Dylan Joshua Christensen.
Joey Colleen. Amaya Danny Stewart. Presley Steele. Aaron Lane Golden. Ashley Elizabeth Yoakum. Chelsea Patricia Ramschottel. Emily Azalea Reinigans. Sierra Marie Platt. Macy Jo Nelson. Mackenzie Nicole Scarupe. Chloe Beth Birch. Zachary Birch. Judy Gail Clark. Skylar Diane Martel. Brenda Lee Olson. Courtney Jane Sacamano. Evelyn Abigail Ulrich. Haley Alyssa Romagnano. Lindsay Sue Record. Alexandra Galena McFadden. Melanie Lynn Weinkauf.
Olivia Dawn Mortensen. Christy R. Mosier. Alexis Catherine Roush. Sawyer William Thompson. Michela Sanchez. Christopher Sanchez. Emmett Jeffrey Helms. Savannah Faith Helmholtz. Isabella Grace Hayslip. Tom Hersey. Anna M. Griffin. Tristan William Thompson. Jack Henry Rigg. Jenna Pretty. Ledge Falvey. Denali Khan Faraya. Just Gavin. Gavin Jolly. Anna Wren Throckmorton. Emma Janae Von Bergen. William Mason McCann. Cody Lee Davis. Lynn Zena Verbillis. Megan Ray Stevens. John Isaiah Montalvo. Benjamin Alexander Cowan. Braden Page Anglin. Heidi Mae Smith. Otto Dean Wallen.
Kara K. Bletner. Erica Taylor Foreman. Kristen Howard. Okay. Hunter Hayden Johnston. A special thank you to a student who served as the official mascot for the North Idaho College. Congratulations. He performed as Cecil the Cardinal at NIC events this year. Catherine Maylene Davis. Eleanor M. Nordquist. Tristan Ann Green. Emma Leanne Thompson. Haley Graham. Ashley Marie Garza. Scott Robert Hodges. Ricky Bella McRoberts. E.B. Mackenzie Michelle Piper. Layla Jalil Martinez. Cassandra Mary Irene Lee. Catanzaro. Hiram Cade Alexander Catanzaro. Elizabeth Catanzaro. Savannah Barnhart. Stephanie Jo Chapman. Tara Lynn Dittman. Austin Michael Cole. Veronica Elizabeth Berglund. Madison Jade Hirsch.
Kaylana Marie Farrell. Kiera Rose Farrell. Sophia Hope Lapello. Danielle Erna Clerk. Damian Blaze Maxwell. Kyle Thomas White. Lexi Haramis. Lexus P. Thomas. Kylie Oglesby. Kayla Marie Davis. Angelina Michelle Tarantino. Danny Lundquist. Sophia Marie Crimmins. Catherine C. Hayes. Charlie Denise Leach. Catherine Rochelle Phillips. Hannah Rose Moody. Mackenzie Deanne Bunting. Jessie Elise Bluebaum. Mallory Tristan Luck. Kai Taylor Eagley. Tyson James Basil. Naomi Fisher Richards. Jonathan Jesse Douglas Burns. Kai Emerson Vore. Alexandra Rachel Joyner. Madison Weddington.
Juliana Marie Steinbeck. Megan M. Howard. Denise Faye Allen. Diliara Bishanova. Wendy Ann Johns. Courtney Ray Van Denter. Amber Nicole Alton. Erica Nicole Starkey. Lucia Menunos. Callie Ryan Jensen. Kylie Jean Little. Soleil Louise Allison. Rachel Laureen Stacy. Brooklyn E. Minden. Jessica Elizabeth Stiers. Kobe James Campbell. Caitlin Claire Thompson. Katie Ashlyn Bloom. Kaylee Elena Moat. Garrett Robert Bruno. Alyssa Naomi Colgrove. David James Lewis. Hannah Marie Jane Strickland. Stormy DeLay Valerie Lockridge. Shelby Jean Westray. Haley Hernandez. Stephanie Rose Dunlap. Jessie May Kofer. Alex Parker Spodnik. Felicia Marie Womble. Brianna Emily Skraybeck. Evie Skraybeck. Michael John Haberman.
Wait till everybody gets back to their seats. All right, it's coming to an end. All graduates, please rise. On the recommendation of the faculty and the provost, and by the authority vested in me by the NIC Board of Trustees and the State of Idaho, I confer upon each of you who have completed the necessary requirements for your respective degrees and certificates all the rights, privileges, and honors belonging thereto. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. You are officially graduates now. It's okay to take a moment and soak it in. It's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the North Idaho class of 2024. I think I was the target. Graduates, now that you're official, I ask you to please join me in offering the faculty staff of North Idaho College assembled here today a round of applause for their participation in helping you reach this day. Although we would like to take a lot of credit for the impressive qualities and accomplishments that you've made, we know that the people who had the most to do with getting you to this graduation day are your families, friends who supported you, who believed in you, who'd had faith in you, and even when you may have lost it in yourself. So let's hear it for the people in your lives who made this day possible. As part of today's celebration, the Alumni Association will be hosting a reception to the west of the building immediately following the ceremony. And after the class photo and cap toss, we invite the graduates and their guests to gather and enjoy refreshments. For receptional, the onstage delegation will exit first, followed by the faculty and then the graduates. Audience, please stand and with the receptional music and remain standing until all the graduates have exited. Just one more request is that the graduates are all going to go out this door and kind of form up for their big picture. So that they can be isolated and just have the graduates there. Please, everyone else exit the other doors, if you would. So wait until all the graduates are gone and then exit the north side of the building, if you would. So with that, all rise and the recessional music will begin.
Song I wrote, you might want to sing it note for note, don't worry.